Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this Relationship Thursday, where basically we've been on a series that's entitled The Husband's Chronicles, and this is number 46. And it's the Husband Chronicles, the Untold Stories. And so basically, it's about issues that I had to confront, challenges that I had to deal with, basically mindsets or whatever that wrong mindsets that I had to deal with in order to be prepared for the husband that God says He has for me. And so today I am going to be talking about um, while waiting, like what else have I been doing? Like I used to date, I don't date anymore. So basically, since I stopped dating, what am I doing now while waiting? So, if that sounds like that's something that you would like to hear, just hold on a little bit. I'm gonna have to do this little house maintenance and then we'll get right into it. So, okay. So, for those of you who do not know, my name is Sheila Rollins and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries, Entertainment and Associates Inc. And on this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anyone desiring to overcome anything. And we do it with Jesus Christ being our higher power and what He's accomplished for us on the cross. Therefore, our completeness, our forgiveness, our cleanliness, our wholeness, the things that we thought were impossible becomes possible with Jesus Christ. We just need to show our appreciation by being obedient. Okay, the Bible says that Jesus says, if you love me, you keep my commandments. And so basically, He also says too that why call me Lord, but you don't do the things that I tell you to do. Okay, so the Lord wants to show His love through our obedience, and that includes through His 10 Commandments. Use His grace and mercy and His forgiveness, and don't give up. Keep moving forward. Jesus never gave up, no matter how hard things got. He didn't commit suicide. He didn't commit homicide. And so basically, he held on to God and was able to make it through. A good example for us. So we need to keep the commandments, including the fourth commandment. And I put emphasis on that one because that's the one, the only one that God says that we should remember. It has remember, yet it's the one that is least remembered. Okay, so I put emphasis on that one because we need to follow all of His 10 Commandments, including the seventh day Sabbath. And then we need to do the right thing, whatever it is. Everything's not spelled out in the Bible, in the 10 Commandments. So we have to let God lead us to what is the right thing for us to do. Okay, and so then if you've come back or if you made it this far, you may as well stay and come back again and be a part of our YouTube family. It's totally free if you subscribe. You see the word subscribe? Touch it, a bell will come up. When it does, touch the bell, and that way you'll see the word all. And when you do, touch the word all, and that means that you're turning on notifications to receive all of my new videos, all of my new YouTubes, all of my new content. And then while you at it, share with everyone, including those on all social media platforms. Please give me some thumbs up. Thumbs up say you like it. It helps the YouTube and it gives me confidence to keep putting out more videos. And so also, you want to try out my other YouTube, which is the Pursuit to Christ. Check that out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yes, and in the description, which is the arrow next to the title, I have my contact information, more information about the YouTube, more information about the other YouTube channel. And I said my contact info. And I forgot my fundraisers. You can't forget the fundraisers. Have a vegan night in your family, okay? Try these vegan meat alternatives and sides, non-dairy ice cream and other desserts. They are fundraisers to help the YouTube, to also to help the nonprofits. So come on and help support it. The Lord's blessed me to make it finger licking good. So come on and try it out. So okay. So all right. So what are some of the things that I am doing? So I don't feel like I have to can have an out of mind because it seems like that if we take something away, if we don't put something else there, Satan will find something for us to put there. And basically, the Bible talks about that, that we'll take on, when we get rid of one devil, we'll take on seven more devils. We need to put something there. So basically, I try to spend my time doing positive things. First of all, taking care of my surroundings, getting really good at, my grooming, taking extra care of myself. Sometimes when we have children and other responsibilities, we have a way of like putting ourselves on the back burner. Well, this time I have an empty nest. I have the opportunity to spend time on me. So that's what I do. So everything that I used to do for my children, I try to do the same thing for myself. Okay, and for the most part, I think I did well as a parent. Okay, I can't say that I did perfectly, but I think I did pretty good. I'll give myself an 85. Okay, maybe a 90. But anyway, so okay, so that's one thing. The other thing is studying. Studying what? Studying men. The things that I need to know about men. How to ask for things, how to talk to them, how to discuss, how to communicate. Um, there's something that's called, and I'll talk more about this later, the the estrogen and testosterone dance. Where there is a complementary going on between the sexes. And so I'm learning all about that. Like, what is the things that I can do or what I can say to my man to help him to build up that testosterone in him, to keeps him feeling good. Okay. And I mean, how can my biggest things was like dealing with a man's anger. How can I deal with his anger? And oh, okay, I never forget that cave. Oh, that cave. Learning what to do and what not to do when he's in a cave. Okay. So, learning also to, I explained myself to you as a very undisciplined kind of person. I don't know how you see me, but in my life, I basically got a lot of attention by not doing the things that I was supposed to do, domestic things. Um, I didn't care if I left the dishes in the sink and went to bed. You know what I mean? Now I'm making sure, and this is not for my husband. These are things that I do to perfect it, to keep me busy, and to grow in that area. That's like no judgment for anybody else. I don't compare myself with anybody, try to compete with nobody. This is all about me, you know, developing myself, learning how to do things and getting good at it. Okay. So, I basically, the things that I procrastinate with or I slack with or whatever, like confronting those things. One great thing that I do, and I have a lot of fun doing this, is like asking men for help, and also when they offering help, receiving the help, and showing appreciation. That's awesome. That's really really good. Because in times past, a lot of times I would not allow men to do things for me. I mean, I'm saying a man could be walking up the street and I'm bringing groceries out the car. I don't have a car now, but when I did, um, and they say, you need some help, or a young guy could ask, and I would say, no, 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 trying to be Miss Independent. But now I'm like, sure, if you could just, put that on the top of that step, I can get it from there. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping me. Um, you're a lifesaver. And so I'm learning like how to compliment a man, not to expect or to think I have to do anything to get his help, or because he's helping me or anything like that, just to receive it, show appreciation, okay? Um, and so I noticed that I was displeased with something my grandson did. He's 17. I was displeased with something that he did when I had him on this weekend. And instead of me like um not just letting it go, but like I don't know, I just felt that the way I handled it was a total waste of time. Like, okay, you could have did this better. I mean, come on. Like kind of fussing with him. That's not something that I want to do. So it's like I'm learning how to say, like, when you did X, Y, Z, that kind of made me feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, I think that I would have got further with my grandson than like fussing with him about something that I wanted him to do that he didn't do, that I asked him to do, and he refused to do it. But he's kind of stubborn, a little bit. But anyway, I said to myself, Sheila, that right there was a total waste of time. So I'm learning. And so you figure we are on Husband Chronicles number 46. Like, for real, Sheila, you had that many things. Let me tell you something. I was a hot mess. When I tell you a hot mess, I was a hot mess. I was like deeply into my independent side, which is like um for a woman that um not the estrogen, but the testosterone, the male side of myself. I was there. And so that repels a man. That does not draw a man to you. So I didn't know. Okay. So I'm learning. And it's like, as well as preparing for my wedding day, I am also preparing for my marriage. Okay. Keeping things before God, talking with God and praying with God, and basically like learning how to be with a person and be separated too. Like, why I've learned that I can compliment a person and yet pray for the negative side of them, things that I feel that should be different. Okay, I can pray for those things and compliment them on the things that they're already doing, and they don't have to know about how I'm in a certain way separated but yet connected with God in their behalf. Okay, so I think that's part of being a wife. Comment down below if you think that it is or it is not. The things that I'm doing is part of being a wife. Okay, so basically that's all I have for you. See you in the next YouTube. Don't forget the playlist on both YouTubes. Remember the disclaimer, it's not just me. It's not just the things that I believe, but they were good enough. The message was grand enough that I thought to include them. So check them out. Enjoy them. I did a new one today talking about like how to wrap your hair, like use like different wraps for your hair that looks really pretty and fashionable and stuff like that. So check it out. Okay, I love you. This is all I have for you. Now to Him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of His glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. I love you. See you in the next video.